this off to the side. Now, I have already put several coats of primer on here. I've actually sanded it once, but I can still see some divots there. And I got a little bit of a ding there, just a little tiny bit there, where I popped out those dents. For the most part, it's pretty good. And I'm going to sand it again, and then we'll see what we need, and if I need to use a little bit of this Bondo glazing and spot putty, I will. But let's do a little bit of sanding on here, and need to clean my sandpaper off a little bit. Let's knock some of the real heavy dust off. And I have been using alternating colors. I've been using the red oxide as well as this gray primer. The red oxide is actually a scratch filler, and the gray is a high build, or vice versa. Which way was it around? Yeah, high build formula is the red iron oxide primer I was using. And I'm using some 400 grit sandpaper here. Get a little bit of a high spot right there. See that coming through? Get another piece of sandpaper just to get filled up, or go rinse this one off. Let me go rinse this one off. Okay, I took this to my sink that I have down here in the basement, and I wet sanded this. You can see now that I have a little bit of a low spot right around that little high spot, a little low spot there, and you can see where I've sanded through to the lower level of primer, and you see where all the pits were. And but this is coming out pretty nice and smooth. I run my fingers over it. I can feel a little bit along the edge, around in here, but up in here it's pretty nice and smooth. And you can see where those dents were. It didn't sand right through. I'm thinking I could use a little bit of spot putty right there. Maybe a little bit there, not there, a little bit there maybe, and a little there. So I'm going to put some spot putty on those spots, and then we'll let that dry and sand that again, and then we'll put another coat of primer on it and see how it looks. Most of the pits are gone at this point, and I don't have a squeegee around here. So you know what, I'm going to use the next best thing to a squeegee, and especially where these are very small areas. You know what they say? Fingers were created before squeegees. You ever hear that saying before? Well, I guess you probably didn't. You probably always told your mother fingers were made before forks when she reprimanded you for not using a fork when you were eating, picking stuff up with your fingers. Naughty boys. But this is one case where you're allowed. You can use your fingers. If it makes the job go better, you're allowed. Yes, you are. And I won't even tell on you. Like your big brother used to do. Yeah, you can see when I rub that over there. See, there's some low spots there that need to be filled in yet. And basically all this spot putty is thick primer. And that's why I wasn't too concerned with even finding. I had to dig through my boxes of stuff that I already had packed up to find this spot, but it was packed away under a couple of other boxes. Thankfully I didn't have to dig too far to find it. We're just going to get a nice light coat around the bottom here. Or I can still feel some of the hits. This is going to get painted black, so I want it to look pretty decent. So we'll let that dry for a while, and then we'll be able to do some sanding on that. Thanks for watching.